So please, everyone, look at here. Now we want to discuss about the control structure. Control structure. Control structure is just our program has a control flow. Okay, you have so many code, but you needed to make a decision which part needed to run first, which part needed to wait a moment. Okay, so we needed to control it. We needed to control it. Just like our daily routine, we needed to make a decision. So take an example. When we under the COVID-19 age, okay, we needed to using a value to determine, to understand our COVID-19 is under our control or not. Okay, so we will follow a value. A variable is R value. If today R value is higher than 1, so that means our government needed to take a control measure. If today the R value is lower than 1, that is, we don't need to take any action. That will be easy. So that's really easy. We just depends on our value, we will know what's the thing we needed to do. So that is just our control issue in our Python language. Okay, so our value is just like a conditional statement. Conditional statement. So if today you needed to make a decision, you needed to tell me what's your condition, what's your conditional statement. Okay, so you needed to have a clear condition, and your computer will know. Oh, today I will follow your logic, and today the value is higher than 1, and I needed to do something. Okay, so you needed to have a clear condition. And later, you will have your process control. Oh, if today you wanna go left, oh, I needed to depend on the situation. If the situation is today will raining, and I needed to take a, I needed to tend to another, how to say that? 就是不然忘记 tend to the left hand side. Okay, so that is a process control. Okay, so I give you another example is today maybe our computer just shut down. Okay, we cannot see the screen. So now we needed to check your computer is truly breakdown or that is still can run. Okay, so you can do a series of the question to determine, to understand your computer is okay or we needed to repair now. So the first question is the computer screen on? Sometimes the people say, oh, my computer can run it, but they just not turn on the computer. Okay, so we needed to check the first one. Is the screen turned on? If today that is no, so please turn on the power. Please turn on the power. But if today you already turn on the screen, but still not anything happen, we needed to check another thing. Is it a VGA cable issue? Just we needed to make sure our monitor is truly connected with your computer. So we needed to check our VGA cable or your HDMI cable is truly connected. If not, so maybe you needed to replace a new cable. You needed to replace a new VGA or new HDMI. If you check all the things is correct, okay, so we needed to send the stream to repair. So that's just a series of the process, right? But actually, if you wanna make this thing becomes our programming language, we can use in this one, if and else. So everything is just like ask you a question is about if this thing is we needed to turn it out. If yes, we needed to move on to the next section. If not, I will ask you to do the other things. So that is just if and else. If and else. And actually, we can just based on this logic and to conduct our assigning the grades. Like maybe in our school, we needed to give the different student your final grade, right? If today your score is over the 90, and I will assign the grade A for you. And if today your score is over the 80, I will give you B. and if 70, I will give you C. So I will follow an if and else. How to do this? Maybe the first one, we needed to do, the first thing is if score is over than 90, right? And we needed to print grades A, right? And if score is larger than 80, and I will print grades B, right? And else, just today is not A or not B, so we will say that is print C. I can use in this way. So that is if, if, and else. Okay. And in Python, actually we can use in the if and else. This has a three-way. If today there only has a two situation, you just using the if. If that is only a one situation, you can just using if. But if today there has a two situation, you need to using if and else. But if today there has a multiple situation, maybe over than two, you have a 3 situation, 4 situation, 5 situation, this is fine. You can use in the if, if, and else. Why? Because if today we have a 5 situation, the first one you will use in if, and other 3 you can use in if, and the latter one will be the others. The others will be sent in the same group. Okay, so that is else meaning. So that is if and else. Okay, and I will give you we will go to our code, and you will know how to use it. For example, the first one, score. Our score is 80, and we need to evaluate if today the score is higher than 60, we will print pass. Okay, so I wrote it, that is pass. But if today I ask maybe I needed to ask you another question is, if I using this code and I change the value as a 50, what's our result? What's about our result? Anyone can tell me? I give you two options. The first one is syntax error. The second one is nothing happened. Okay, if you think it's the first one, syntax error, please raise your hand. Okay, if you think it's second one, nothing happened, please raise your hand. Okay, then most of you think it is the second one. It's correct, nothing happened. Because the computer, they don't know if today the score is lower than 60, what's the thing I needed to do, right? And so we needed to give a well-defined. Just you needed to give the computer situation is today the score is larger than 60, and if not, what's the thing I needed to do? So I needed to give another process, right? Just like this way, fail. But here is a problem. What's our problem? In our real world, if we conduct the code like this way, and we will face in a problem. What's the problem? If today a student get a grade is 60, he still fail, right? So maybe we needed to change this one. Just not larger or equal to 60. Larger or equal to 60. So that logic will be a correct one. Okay? And you needed to try? Maybe give you 1 to 2 minutes and please try it. And later I will something interesting will show you. Okay, we will keep it going. Please look at here. So now we try to interact with our user. How to interact with our user? You can use in this way. Just like input. What's your name? Okay. So I can give my name, answer. Okay. So you can put an input. So you will send a question to your user. But this is not useful because if today you catch the value from the user, you need to interact with your user. Depends on their answer, right? So I can use in this way is name is equal to this one. So I will ask a question to the user and I will put the user's answer to my variable is name. So I will print the name like this way. So they will say answer. And if you wanna say hello with the user, you can use in this way. Hello. But now you notice one. I print the thing. One is string and other is variable. If you needed to connect the string and the variable, you needed to use in an add. Okay, to connect it with the string and the variable. So I will use in this way. And they will say hello answer. Okay, so now your computer can interact with you. So that is just about how to ask a question with the user, and it depends on the answer and to do something. Okay, so you can try this part. So now we wanna do another thing is this one. Maybe we can interact with the user, just ask what about your score, and we will depend on the answer to tell the guy or you pass or you fail, right? So I can use in this way. Input, please enter your score, and the user will give a score, and we assign this as a variable score. And we will use in the if, okay, to check that the score is larger than 60 or not. Right? If today that is larger than 60, we will print pass. I will shift it and 80. You can see that is an error. Why? String and integer. What's this meaning? You ask this question is about the arithmetic. It's about the we needed to make sure the score is a number, right? But actually I already put the number. Why? That is because when we put the things into the input, the Python will make the things as a string. So we needed to transfer these things as a number, an integer, right? So how to transfer it? We needed to put an int outside the input. We needed to put the int outside the input. Okay? So I will show you again 80 and this will be passed. Okay. So this is we needed to put this one maybe at the beginning A is equal to input and we'll put the A into here. We need to use in an integer. Transfer the string to become an integer. Okay. 80. Okay, so now it's your turn. You can try to write down how to convert the data type of the input. Okay, and now we will move to the next part. It's about today we can using the Python to help us to ask the user, give the two numbers, and we will know which one is bigger and which one is smaller, right? So for example, you can look at here, you can see the first one is input x value, and we will put in variable x, and the second one we will become the variable y, and we will using our conditional statement to understand today x is larger or smaller or equal, right? So there has three situations. The first one is larger. If today that is larger, we will say x is larger. And if today that is equal, we will say these two values are equal. And if else, just the other situation, we just think, oh, y is bigger. Okay, so now we can using this approach to understand which one is bigger and which one is smaller, right? So we can go to here. Actually, this is a little bit too complex because this will show the value. But if I give you an easy one, okay, I can give you an easy one is like this way. Okay, actually, this is easy one. I just print the string. Say x is bigger, y is bigger, two values are equal. So that is quite easy, right? I give the two value, so they will say x is bigger. That is a correct one, right? But if today you needed to make it more precise, we needed to know, oh, x is bigger, but what's about the value of x? I can use in this way. Put the x in here, okay? But I told you, if today I needed to make the variable to connect with the string, how to connect it? We needed to put an 8, right? Put an 8 in here. Okay, put an 8 in here. So just like here, if today x, and I needed to put variable x in here, I needed to use in this way. Okay, so that will become a variable. If a variable put in the string, the people, they will have no idea with what this. That is just a normal string, right? But if today we needed to make the other people to know this one, I can use in to make it becomes a truly variable. Okay, so we needed to make sure this variable is outside the string, not into the string. Okay, so like this way, y is also the same. Y. Okay, so like 36, 75, so we will know why 75 is bigger. Okay, so that is just really easy to use it, and we will keep going. It's about this one. Maybe we can based on this to conduct the calculators. You can create calculators by yourself, right? We just ask the user, oh, what's the first number, what's the second numbers, and we will combine these two numbers, and we will show the result. Quite easy, just like this way. Please enter the first number, and that will be number 1. And please enter the second number, that will be number 2. And we combine these two, and that will be our final result. 50 and 30, that will be 80, right? So that is just, we can using the input to interact with our user. And now I wanna ask you a question is about, where is my question? Wait me a moment. Okay, so please look at here. Here is an assignment, and we can conduct a practice. So please let the user enter two numbers. And who called me, and decided to perform any of the 4 arithmetic operation. The user can decide they wanna using the addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. Okay, so the user will you will ask the 3 questions to your user. The first question is about what's the first number, what's the second number. The third one is what's the arithmetic operations. Okay, and we will show the answer. Okay, so that is our assignment. And now, please try to answer this question and upload. Also, conduct a snapshot of your answer to the Zoom video. Okay.